Trinidad and Tobago has a surplus of qualified pilots, but the only place they can find a job with fixed wing qualifications is with Caribbean Airlines. That's one of the issues facing the local aviation industry here, according to Director Ramesh Lutchmedial, who's also working on the new strategy for Caribbean Airlines. Our business correspondent Roger Dwarika has been talking to Mr. Lutchmedial and aviation industry leaders on the sidelines of the International Civil Aviation Organization Symposium.
The Arco Airport, 1953. The first commercial propeller planes began landing in Trinidad, heralding the beginning of large-scale aviation as we know it today. Roll forward 50 years, and the airline industry has grown up considerably in the country. But despite having its own airline, there's a problem facing those wanting to take the controls.
What we have in this country is a surplus of pilots, people who are qualified, who have their Trinidad and Tobago pilot's license, but the only place they can get a job with to fly fixed-wing aircraft is with Caribbean Airlines. And at the moment, there's about 100 pilots who are looking for jobs.
At the beginning of the ICAO Symposium, the new Transport Minister said he was aware of the unemployment issues facing the aviation sector, but he also pointed to another side of the industry coin: barriers to attracting people to the Sky High Club.
Is it that it is too costly to get involved? Is it that it is, forgive me, just wondering, low on the learning curve as I am, for some a bit elitist?
The man in charge of civil aviation is currently working with the Caribbean Airlines board to develop a new strategic plan. That move comes hard on the heels of the recent announcement by CAL that it was cutting its London route for the second time in 4 years, the airline citing low passenger numbers and high fuel costs.
They have gone through many senior management changes, they have had boards changing, CEOs changing, and I think only recently they had a very detailed and strategic plan exercise to determine, what are the options for the airline in terms of the aircraft types to be operated, right, again, which is now predicated on the routes you're going to fly.
The problem is also CAL is now facing competition in its backyard from the likes of new players like Copa Airlines and the re-entry of Virgin Atlantic. According to Mr. Lutchmedial, the airline could be looking at further expanding its new Panama and Brazil routes and moving more into Latin America as it tries to stay competitive in a very tight airline market. Roger Dwarika, C News.